Hello, in this World of Warplanes video I'm going to show you a couple of replays in my F2A, which it's basically become one of the aircraft that I'm best at in this game. I think I've got a 74% win rate in it, and I'm a bit perplexed because I actually can't figure out why I'm decent in this aircraft. It just seems so very average to me, but I seem to do well in it. So I was hoping I'd put up a few replays and you guys be able to help me out a bit. Anyway, this first game, it's a bit of an old one and I'm still learning the aircraft a bit, but it's a very tier 4 match on harbour, so this is kind of a pretty good matchup for the F2A. But there's a heavy fighter flight, which is always a bit difficult. I decided to go after this heavy fighter because it's already damaged, and basically I want to knock one of the flight's aircraft out as quickly as I can to try and, get rid of their advantage in cooperation and whatnot. I wasn't shooting very accurately there, but I managed to get the kill. And that's one of the things I think about the F2A that's good, is that it can just stick its nose up for a long time using boost, which, it's a very useful thing to have. I was going to go after the second 110B here, but it's running away from me, and I can't really hit it at that range anyway. So I decided to roll down and finish off this P-36, and I was terrified I was going to hit the water here, but I pull out with 14 metres to spare, and then back on the 110B, and I'm slowly catching up to it. I'm firing at way too far a distance here, but I actually did that a lot when I was new to this aircraft. I just wasn't quite used to its short range of its guns. See me doing it here, 800 metres out, no hope of hitting, but I did it anyway. Decided to go head on with that other F2A because it had a lot less hit points than me, but it broke off and decided to go head on with the heavy fighter instead. Okay, it's his aircraft, but I'm able to get on its tail, stick there and get my third kill. And you see 1,000 experience there, damaged every aircraft on the enemy team, and didn't actually do a lot of damage compared to that 110B, but I got the experience because I got the kills. 13% accuracy is actually pretty alright. This game, it's a much more recent one. I've had a bit more experience playing the aircraft, and well, mostly I've just stopped shooting at maximum, beyond maximum range. And it's on ocean, and my team, I didn't quite realise my team was hanging back so fast. I've actually kind of flown way out in front, and my team's catching up to me now, but it means that this P40 here, it looks like it's coming right at me. It's a tier 5 game, it's a tier 5 fighter, I don't want to go at it, but fortunately that P38 comes in and distracts it long enough for me to get in range and start putting some shots in. Don't quite get the kill, but between the two of us and my ally shooting at it now, we're basically going to get rid of this tier 5 enemy fighter within the first 20 odd seconds of engaging each other. So this F2A 57 is the nearest aircraft to me, so I decided to climb up after it. But essentially I'm not going to be able to catch up with it. It's a tier below me, but it's in a dive and it's going to have more speed than me. At this point I realised that our teams, well both teams, are basically in a big tail chase, and this I-16 late below me, who we're about to roll over onto, is the one at the rear of this big tail chase you can see in front of you there. So I decide my place is behind it. I do a lot of damage to it, but I'm not going to turn with it because, well, it can outturn me anyway. Fire at the BSH-2 because, well, it's going next in line. And break off. I'm going to put a few shots into the F2A 57 here. And then start turning just in time because that 110B, no, it's a bow fighter, was on my tail, but I managed to dodge all of its shots, I think. So it's going to roll over onto it. Then I see the I-17 and figure that's probably an easier aircraft to knock out of the game right now. So that one's gone. BSH-2's on low health, and here comes the bow fighter back around. At very close range. And just going to get my nose around. Here we go. Ignore the F2A 57 because the bow fighter is the bigger threat here. Essentially at this altitude I think I can hit the F2A 57 whenever I want. And there's the bow fighter gone. And now it's with the Fokker 57 and this Zero. I figure again the Zero is the bigger threat. So pitch up, put some shots into its belly, it starts turning. And essentially I don't want to turn with the A6M1, so I actually break off here and go to the Fokker 57. You'll see it flies straight and level in front of me. So I can't help pitching up again, putting some more shots in, and that's the Zero gone. And the game won with 4 kills. Plus an assist on that I-16 and a bit of damage to the BSH-2 and the Fokker 57. 716 damage and 1000 experience. 15% accuracy, and see I got 4,000 experience there for my pilot since I was what do you call it, doing the whole crew experience training thing, accelerated crew training. I think I just got a plus 100% bonus for some event, so I was getting a lot of experience for my pilot on this day. This last game, it's the same map, it's smaller teams though, but we're at a disadvantage here because there's only one tier 5 aircraft in this game and it's on the enemy team. I mean, the advantage we've got is there's only one ground attack aircraft on this game and it's on the enemy team, so we have an advantage in the quantity of fighters, just not in the quality. And I spotted the 110E there briefly, which kind of has to be my main priority in this game. But the 110B's up higher, which makes it a bit more dangerous. There's another aircraft off to my left, which is higher again, but I didn't actually bother looking at what it was. And instead I decided to focus on this 110E, which I thought was coming at me, but turns out it was going for one of my allies, which means I'm able to turn onto its tail fairly easily. And in the second now, start putting in a lot of shots. See, it's already lost near after a third of its hit points, but I decided not to follow it into this dive because, well, I'm not going to be able to keep up with it for one, and secondly, there are actually a lot of enemies up high that I don't really want to lose my energy to make it harder to fight them. And I climb back up, use my boost to try and regain some of this altitude, and decided to go for the 109 here, mainly because it was going to be an easier target for me to hit. But I say that, and I completely miss it again and again and again. And I'm basically already down at the deck again. But now, the dogfight's basically come down here, and luckily for me the 109 starts turning right underneath me, and it tries to do a little half roll, but hits the deck, and I managed to get a kill. Here we have Fokker 159, put a shot in and roll onto its tail, and I want to keep this skua alive because we're actually down in the aircraft at the moment. And that's killing that Fokker 159, evens it up. Here comes the 110E, so I use my boost to just try and manoeuvre a bit more erratically, able to avoid most of its fire. And keep my boost up because I'm going to try and get on its tail to return the damage as much as I can. And it's going after that poor skua again, and they actually collide, but I was able to get the kill. Which, well, it's a bit nice, but probably didn't deserve it. The 110B, it's turning underneath me, which is not a wise thing to do in a heavy fighter, but able to put a few shots in. I switched to the TSH-3 there because I thought the 110B was going to be away, but I see it's actually turned around, so I go back on it, and I'm able to get the kill, and that's 4 enemies destroyed, and there's only this single ground attack aircraft left. I'm able to roll over, get behind, well, not behind it, but get some shots in. Managed to set it on fire. And this TSH-3's basically got no hope at this point. I assume it's out of bombs. And there's the 5th kill and my ace medal. So, as you say, 1884 experience, I'm assuming that's doubled, so 900 odd, 942 and 755 damage. 14% accuracy, so you can see I actually managed to get pretty consistent accuracy in the F2A, and 14% is actually pretty good. But other than that, I'm actually just not sure why I'm good at this aircraft. Anyway, I hope you could help me out, or if not, at least you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time.